This FM 104.3. Good to meet Take.
Now, I think say US human rights report we know. I'm say yeah. Senior adwene do mo mutri mo de yes report no. And yes adwene me ekamia ye say e de bobo. O sha me kind document now, and I've opened, in fact my bio document no from 2012. So I am looking at the 2012 copy, 2013, 2014, 15 morning now. I think we cried 2013 there. Okay, I think almost every government has this kind of report on almost every country, except that maybe other countries don't publish or publish way now. Say every foreign mission biano. These are some of the basic reports normally no. Or foreign mission no ebe peke a report amount as to happenings in the country. Now we share report now. There's nothing definite about the report. It's more like news reports are not reports no. And when you read the report you see you there are reports that and then sometimes they even quote the news portals and then the news agents are yes reports no and put it out. So the question is with which eye and as on my they analyze the situation, and are we saying that just say America for and macro BB about specific issues be about minors ya can say I kind BB 2013 reports him Daniel ABM so we reports now as a template into they just gather, and I'm reading from section 1, respect for integrity of person, including freedom from arbitrary or unlawful deprivation of life. Or say there were reports that the government or its agents committed arbitrary or unlawful killings, use of excess force by security forces in the line of duty, resulted in the death of several armed criminal suspects and other persons during the year. This is 2013. Claims of excessive force by security forces are investigated by the Inspector General of Police, the SRAJ, and the PIPS. In October, police service officials allegedly shot and killed a suspected thief in the city of Kumasi. And then it went on and on. Then there's another one. Torture and other cruel or inhumane or degrading treatment or punishment, 2013. The US report. Almost while the constitution and law prohibits such practices, there were credible reports, but also keyword no. There were credible reports that police beats and otherwise abused suspects, prisoners, and other citizens. US, America for can say in 2013 police brutality, corruption, negligence, and impunity were problems. There were delays in prosecuting suspects. There were rumors. There were rumors of police collaboration with criminals and widespread perception of police ineptitude during the year. There were credible reports that police extorted money by acting as private debt collectors. In April, the Western Region Police, that's April 2013, the Western Region Police Command arrested 5 Ghana Police Service officials for extortion. And they are making it understand. Where has our report here 2013? No, 2014 the answer. Who be a 2014 report no? Now be a 2015 report. Now be a 2016 report. It is almost the same.
Almost, it is the same.
And
verbatim quotation.
Good. And what runs through this report is Omofa Yanka say Yahoo Fina Yagunu. Yahoo Fina Yam. Daniel. And I report. It is 70 years. Only say Omta, say space a Tisipa, and no publisher will be in Pemasem. It will be a war party and a mean party. why news. Now say the portals will to be back up in 30 minutes a day go. Near Yafa. So news near Yafa Behono. It becomes one of the reports that the US people are going to put in their report as a human rights way. I think say media anke obia betia se ne nyina dia tuma na ne yenim ye hawo yenim say your police service ye wo gaps wom and say improve yenim say corruption an issue for us as a country we need to improve upon it yenim say if it ekwe faso a you manage prisoners and you treat prisoners yenim say here a lot of improvement and now yenim that say when it comes to prosecution of cases your court so say what that me I've experienced a lot of times where Obekoye say Doctor Ira Obekoye say see I did not do case no you to me do be a or that remand back court you buy yes see I did not do the case and I'm back court and I will took one and I could leave
transfer no
that's what you that's it you transfer no and now what to be them afebo because you see a docket just when you be any panel so nsem or say you be from and say to me we know our issues. I think that sometimes maybe say let's say guya mind hufia. We shouldn't give credence to it. Me, I have never given credence to some of these things. Okay? And then because of Saturday we me compare reports be online. And I just read just snippets of it. 2-3 people so that you get what I'm saying. Summary statistics by numbers, journalists, abuse of media personnel in the US. 117. The US Press Freedom Tracker has documented 117 arrests or detainment of journalists while on the job in the year 2020. 3 journalists were detained more than once. In 2020, there was 1,200% increase in the number of arrests of journalists compared with 2019 in the US. In the United States of America, 40 law enforcement officers arrested at least one journalist in 40 different cities across the US. In the America 2020, of the journalists arrested, 43 of them were assaulted, either in the course of covering protests or by law enforcement during or after the arrest.
America.
Of the journalists arrested in the United States of America or detained, 39 were covering protests in a freelance or independent capacity. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, where a national outcry for social justice and against police brutality began following the killing of George Floyd, there were 20 arrests or detainments. Finally, over 1,000 press freedom violations, arrests, physical attacks, subpoenas, border stops, denial of access, and others were reported in the US Press Freedom Tracker in 2020. In all of 2019, the tracker recorded 152. And now, they are making it say, every democracy is work in progress. Ebi di dibi enim, ebi akwenima si ebi, but we shouldn't allow another sovereign state to come and dictate the kind of conversation we have with respect to what they have gathered from our own media space and come and bring it to us as a report. Me tell reports as I'm not no. I thought say some analysis be edwuma bi na say USA na, but as a portal reportage ya no makabom na de ehun kra report no say we hear 4 or 5 years report ani nyina epe. The face of the report no nyina epe. Insisa the description they give to the judiciary, the description they give to our security services, the description they give to corruption, US corruption. In fact, in the last, a friend is saying 4 or 5 years, the United States have dropped in terms of the corruption perception index from 18th position to about 27th position. And we inquire about 9 points drop in the United States of America. And see, they are not doing any better anyway. But hey, who am I, another sovereign state, to go and determine for another sovereign state what it is that we feel say they should be talking about? Devil, evil, angels. we have our own deep-seated challenges. In some of my reports, you know, emu di empa na yen discuss our platforms so that. Emu di empa na yen can want some that. And all of a sudden, we wake up in the morning, then it's about a headline, U.S. report. Of course, some and I mean, without malice, I also reserve the right to also make my opinion known. But I am not in any way saying anything against some editorial policy. But it's a whole documentary for some media houses running editorials on things that another country has written as an observation. Unim says I report here on my publishing. Unim says Ghana embassy or US. Yes, you will be about America. Because that's what the foreign missions are there for. Unim says foreign mission, they are called more political desk, economic desk, research desk, there. They also gather data, they gather information. And see, if as a country we also want to publish human rights reports on the United States of America or any other country for that matter, we could also do that. Let them express their views and opinions that they have about any country. They have the right to do that because they are part of the global economy and the global world. What affects one country affects them. But am I no yet to say international police be and Omar Babeche Ghana mine and all of a sudden we have something to discuss. There is nothing in the 2021 or the 2022 report that was not in the 2018 or 2019 report. There is nothing in that report that was not in 2017 report or 2013 or 2012 report. And see, I think that sometimes some of these things when they come, you men glorify the baby. Now you from protecting your dignity kakra as a people and as a country. In as much as we agree, say your deep-seated challenges. This is not the way for us to go about it. The ambassador make our say US idea huni. Na afe yen.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet